Okay, welcome to another Zen pop-up. So in this one we're going to look at Natalie Mason's site. We're going to carry on from the last one where we sort of designed the pages, and then Natalie had the job of filling in all the information within there. I'm not sure where she's up to, but we need to carry on with this anyway to proceed through. So we're going to do some things that we need to put in place. One is like this homepage that we've got at the moment. We need to just put that into the same style. So we've got a capture form, but it just looks a little bit better. So we're going to do that really quickly in here. I'm going to jump into the admin of the site, and we're going to jump into the site pages. So we're going to choose one of the pages. So I'm going to go into site, and I'm going to go to pages, and then we're going to go and find the main page, which is this one here, and we can use that as a base. So I'm just going to clone this, and we can then use that as the base. So I'm going to clone that now. So I've got it cloned, and we're just going to go into the details here and just change this. I'm just going to put launching soon, and change that URL over here to launching so that it's not saying copy at the end. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to publish the page already, make it visible for all users, and I'm going to click update. So what I want to do now is I want to basically take that form that we've got in this page, and I want to put it into this page, this launching soon page. So I'm going to go to edit, and once I'm in edit, whilst that's opening up, I'm going to go and find our page, which is this page here. This is this page here, yeah. So I'm going to be copying this block across. So I'm going to open this at the same time as I'm opening that other page, which we just created. And I'm going to copy that block code. I'm going to drop it into this page, and that way it's going to just look a little bit better than it was before. So let's let that load up. Should take a few seconds. And there it is there. So I'm going to come in, as we're on the free plan, I can't save the block, which you can do in the paid plans. So I'm going to come across and grab this code. So I'm going to open up this little tab, click the blue box, open up this little tab, select all, Control A, Control C to copy. I can cancel that now. I can jump into here and we can put the form into here. So I'm going to delete this block out because we're not ready to put that in there yet. So I'm actually going to replace this block with the code. Do you see that blue bit coming out of there? I'm just going to go into that, and I'm going to select all, Control A, delete that, Control V to paste that in, and click save. Okay, so now I've got this in here. It doesn't really match the rest of our site, so I'm going to move it all up and just change a few of these colors around. I'm just going to put it into like a greeny color that we've got going on here. And I'll change that background to one of the other images that we've already uploaded, so I can just choose one of the other images or not, or just keep it green in there. So I want to change this button color because it looks a bit horrible, so I'm actually going to change this and make the style of it. I'm going to make it into a white button, I think, and the text over the top, the text color, I think I'm just going to make it black. And that's that. So we haven't finished this. Natalie hasn't finished that bit of text in there, so I'm going to delete that out. So now we've got this page, which looks a lot better. Now it's a bit big for this page, so I'm going to take this down a bit here. So I'm going to bring this all down, and we're just going to check it all off. So this text in here, everything's going to move down in size. I'm going to move this to about 25. So it's really small. Inside here, I'm going to move this text down inside as well. Just make it a little bit bigger, 35 is going to be fine. This I'm going to bring down in here. And what I'm trying to do is get it to match up with what we've already got going on. So I'm going to bring this up as well. So let's just bring this down. You're going to see that she is getting closer on this edge. Do you see that as I'm bringing the size down? So I think that's going to be okay for now. Let's take it down. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Let's make this 25 in there. Okay, let's click save. Now at the moment I don't want to, I'm going to click done to that. I don't want the header in there or the footer, so I'm actually going to delete those out. It's just to make this homepage look a little bit better. So I'm going to delete this header and the footer out, delete that out. That looks good. I'm going to change the text size in here because it looks a bit big. Let's put it to 25. Let's make it a little bit bolder. Okay. That's good. I'm not quite happy with that colour. I'm going to make it a little bit darker into here. Alright, actually I might match that blue of her shirt that she's got on. That's quite nice. So that's more going into that kind of greeny area. There we go. That looks quite nice. Bring that up a bit more. Bring this up at the bottom. I'm going to bring this font size down a little bit in here, just to like 20. And I might need to increase the padding. Just so it's the same height as the buttons. Let's put it on 10. Okay, let's click save and preview. Alright, so save and preview. Okay, so that looks good. It's much better than the original page that we've got, which is this. So I'm now going to swap this page over. So we can close that down. And I'm going to swap the page over now from this page to the new page, which is this one here. So I'm going to go to home page. I'm going to go into here. We're going to look for that. And we have launching soon. That's what we called it. Launching soon. I'm doing it for both logged out and logged in users. And I'm going to click save. So now if I go to this page and hit refresh, we're going to have the new design. There we go. So it's already starting to look better inside there, which is fabulous. Right, so the other thing that we've got with this site is that we have a registration page. So what I want to do is, I don't want people to be able to publicly register for this site. I only want people to register and then their role becomes leads. All right, because if they become students, they can look at logged in page content. And for a membership site, this is not a good idea. So if people want to sign up because they want to receive a newsletter or those kind of things, you can capture them as leads and you can still send a newsletter out for them. So we have, if we go to the pages now and you click, I'm going to click and find the registration page, which is this one here. If we view this page, you're going to see that you can actually go and view the page. Let me just go in here, edit this. If you go to this page, you're actually going to see that you're able to register, and not as a lead but as a student. So if you register, you become a student even though you haven't bought any courses. So the way that I get around this problem is by deleting out this block on the registration page. This way they can't come in as students. So I can use the same block that I used as for the capture form. So remember that capture form that we put down here. I can use that same block. So I'm going to replace this page, this block here, this dynamic sign up block. And it's not going to affect anything else, because when people buy your membership plan, they'll go through a different enroll process and become students at the end. So you don't need to worry about that. So I'm going to click in here, I'm going to select all, delete it out, and I'm going to paste that code back in that we had. Remember that code? So I'm going to put in here, register for our newsletter. Okay, so I can just put something like that. I'm going to just change this background. In fact, you know what, guys? I can just use this page. I can just use this block, because that's going to do what I need it to do. So I'm going to open up that block here. It's going to save me a bit of time here. This is just speed saving techniques for you. And I'm going to grab this block. Once that's opened up, I'm going to replace this with that block. Let me just copy that text for starters. And then I can jump in here and put that in there. So we're just going through some of the prerequisite things that you're going to need to do. So we're going to go in here, we're going to copy this, Control A, Control C, and then I'm going to jump into the editor for this page. And now we should have that block. So I'm opening this up again, select all, Control A, delete it out, Control V to paste it in, and save. And now that's opened up. So I'm going to put in here, join our newsletter and special announcement. Let's call it group, because it feels then it's more kind of like you're joining something like a group those kind of things. I'm going to make this a bit bigger as well, and that's going to be our registration page. So I'm going to make this a bit bigger here, and I'm going to bring the top down, and it would be nice to put an image in here as well. So I'm going to drop an image behind here. I'm going to go into the background image. I'm going to upload an image here. So I've got one in my downloads folder, which I've got, which is this one here. You can replace this. I'm not going to crop and upload. I'm just going to upload without crop. That's going to appear behind the back of here. Now I can change the opacity of this, and I might want to change it to this more of a pinky color, which is what it is. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. It's already quite washed out, but I'm going to put that in there. And I think for this, I'll just change this into something like that. Give a little bit more room in here. And instead of joining the club here, I'm going to put our newsletter. Okay, so that means now that no one can come into the site unless they've bought something. Now, SEO settings, definitely need to go through these. This is one of the last things that I do, so I'm not going to focus any time on this at the moment. So now we've got that's all set up, and we're ready to go on that. So that is the new page on the home there. And we've also set that registration page up with this, and Natalie is still working her way through the pages, I think. So we're going to pages. I'm not sure if she's changed any of this stuff in here, so I need to look. And no, so she needs to do all of that stuff. But we can start to move on to the membership now. So I'm going to start to work on the membership. So now we've done those things to start off with, I'm going to just change that, and we're going to go and look at the courses, and more importantly what's going on in the site. So if we go to the what will be the home page, which is this page here, and we click on preview, if you remember in the last Zen pop-up that we did, we hooked these up to pages that we created. So if I went to this one, we go to this page, and you'll notice that those pages are in here. Okay, so they're in here, but we can actually send them straight to the checkout page from here of the bundle that we're going to create. So Natalie has, if I look under courses, she has all her fertility courses in here. They're all in here, and she's got a test course in there as well. So we're going to take it that all of these are going into the fertility area. Now, something I want to do is I want to put a category on these. So if we go across the categories, I'm going to add a new category, and I'm going to call it fertility, funny enough. And let's go and just check that's spelled right. Let's copy this and let's paste that in there and add the category. Okay, so we got that category there, and I'm going to add a new category, and this is going to be well-being. So this is the well-being category. Let's copy that, move it into there, click add category. Okay, so we haven't got the courses, the well-being courses into the system yet, but we have got all the fertility, so we can start to add those to the courses. So I'm going to jump back to courses, and we're going to jump into the course, into one course at a time, and where it says select category, I'm going to select the fertility. Then I'm going to go down here and click update, and I'm going to repeat this through all of the courses. So as I'm going through these courses, I'm adding all of these courses to that category inside there. So I just need to ripple all the way through these, and guys, I'm not taking any corners here. I'm showing you the whole process so that you see everything, even though it might be a little bit boring to go through and just watch me doing the same thing over and over again. It's important that you understand the process fully, and that I'm not cutting any corners with you guys. So you can see it's a repetition job. There's no quick way of doing this. You've got to go through each of those, and you've got to put them in. Now luckily there isn't many courses to put in here, so we're all good. So let's go back to here, and we're going to jump in, and they go back to here now. They should all be in here when I finished, and then I can start setting up the second part, which is to create the bundle for this. So we've got this one, which is the books, and there. And you know, even though this whole site is being done for Natalie, I do expect her to do some of the work and put the content in. I can't put the content in. I'm not an expert on this area, so I don't know what to put in. And you know, she's got all the content available, so it's easy for her to go in and do this. But it is on the onus for you to take the responsibility and set the site up, you know, to set or action things that you're asked to do. If you don't do it, then of course nothing is done with the site. So I'll say to Natty, I've actually reached out to her already and asked her how's it going, because obviously people are busy, but I know she wanted this site up really quickly, and the only way to get it up quickly is when I ask for work to be done for it to be done. But I know that life gets in the way. So here we go. So I'm not going to put the test site in there, I'm going to leave that out. So all of these have now got this tag in here, category fertility. Well, that means that if I go to the category page now, that all those courses are going to be in there. So you can see, look, total courses 13, you can see them in there, they've been added. If I go to this URL and we just jump straight to that, you're going to see what's going to happen is all my courses have appeared under this category. You can see that I have the categories here where I can jump between them. We're not actually going to use this page, but I always like to put the categories in there anyway. So now you can see how that works. Now we've got to do is jump back to the courses and set up our fertility bundle. This is the membership area, the bundled membership area that will contain all of the courses. So let's go into bundles and let's go create new bundle. And straight away I'm going to call this fertility, and you know, you can change this fertility membership. Okay, so you can put a little bit of subtitle and summary. I don't tend to do this. Allow automation drip of content for this bundle. So if you've got drip inside of the courses, then that will be turned on. If you do not enable it, automation drip inside each of the courses as bundle will be ignored. So I'm actually going to turn it off. I don't know if Natalie wants it on or off yet without talking to her, because she hasn't got that far. But let's just create the bundle and then you can sort of see how it's going to work. So the bundle is now set up, and you can see I've got an option in here, add courses to bundle. Okay, so I should be able to add all of those courses that we've got into this bundle. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go into select and let's start selecting our fertility courses. So I'm going to select this one, add course, and you're going to see they're going to disappear from here as I'm doing it. And this is why I said to Natalie not to bring in the well-being ones at this stage. It just means it's easier for me to work with this. So what you're going to have is, when I'm adding this to a course, they're not going to go in there if they're not published. So I'm going to need to publish these courses to get them into the bundle. You can see this one's published. So although Natalie's not finished, we haven't set any pricing up for any of these courses, so no one can buy this stuff anyway. So I can go and publish them because people are not going to be able to buy it and she hasn't launched the site. So with bundles, just remember they need to be published for you to create them as a bundle. So I'm kind of doing this a little bit before. I would normally have finished the courses before I do this. You can see when they're published because they have this little green mark in here. Now I'm going to do something else as well, because at the moment if I publish this course, what it means if I copy this URL is I can actually get to the course page for this. You can see I can get to that page. Now I don't want to be able to get to that page, or I want it to become secret. So I'm actually going to make this secret when I finish doing this. So once I put this in here, I'm going to ripple through these. It's quite a quick process. Just jump into each course, hit the publish button and jump back out. So let's go in here, and if we haven't got any pricing, it's not going, people are not going to be able to buy that course. They're not going to be able to get in there. So you don't have to worry about taking payments and go, oh no, someone's bought the course and I haven't finished it yet, because they won't be able to, because there's no pricing. So let's go, oh, that's already published, that's good. So, and then all of these are published, so that's good. So let's jump back to the bundle. Now I can add them to the bundle. So let's go into this fertility membership bundle and let's add the remaining courses. Okay, let's click in here and let's go to content and start adding these courses. So I'm going to add the courses. I won't have a problem now adding these because they're all published. So you can see that as I add them, they disappear from here. So here we go. And I'll show you how to change the order of these in here, although it's not really going to matter because we're going to bypass the courses page. Alright, so we're going through these now and adding them in. And I think there was 13 courses. And okay, they're all added. So I've got the test course, I'm not adding that. Now, do I want to publish the bundle at this stage? Yeah, I could, but I'm not going to at this stage. I'm going to keep it in here. So I'm going to say in here, make the bundled price. I'm actually going to make the bundle secret. No, I don't need to do that. So I can change this. Let's just put this image in here for now. We can change this later. Okay, so we got an image in there. We haven't set the pricing up this, but this is the container for all of the courses that we've got in there, and we've got our pages in here as well. Now I'm jumping back to the courses now because I want to do a couple of other things. One is I want to make the course price hidden, and I want to make it secret, and I'm going to click update, and I'm going to do that to all of the courses. So as I go through these, you're going to see there's a lock and you can't see it, and it's there. But when someone buys the bundle, they'll have access to this. So make it secret, make the course price hidden, and we're going to just ripple our way through the rest of these and set this up. And this is basically the start of the membership. So this is not too far off really being finished. Because once this is set up, I've locked all the courses down. People can get access to the courses through that master bundle, which will be the membership. So back to here again. And you're going to see you've got that little lock icon on all of these as we do them. So you can see where you're up to if you don't want to do this in one go. And we're going to click update there. And we can start getting into some of the cool stuff as far as automations are concerned and stuff like that later on. Once we got it all worked out and it's working efficiently. Like all these things, we don't want to overcomplicate things. This is the biggest problem that I see with course creators, even experienced course creators, getting too complex with what they're trying to do. And yeah, generally, a lot of the time, that just causes a lot of headaches, not just for you but for the student as well, because it becomes too complex a site to work their way through. So hence they get annoyed with it. If you've got a subscription, you'll end up having more people leave and that kind of thing. So we want to keep things as simple as we can, but still have it so that it's looking good. So finally I've got this one to go, and I'm gonna save that, and that looks good. All right, so that is the first thing that we've done. So I want to go back to courses now, and I'm actually going to publish the bundle. So I've got the bundle here. We haven't got a pricing for this yet. I'm going to set the pricing up. People are not going to be able to buy it because they're going to be locked out of it. Okay, let's jump in. Let's go to the pricing. Now remember, I've not set up any of the pages yet for this fertility membership bundle. I'm just going to sort of show you, and then we're going to set that up. Just got to design that like the pages later. So I'm going to go subscription and click next. Now, you're not going to be able to set up this until Natalie connects the Stripe payment in the integrations part of the site. So you can't set up one of these until you've set the payment gateway up. So if you're on the Pro or Premium, you can select, you know, Razorpay, PayPal, Stripe. If you're on the free plan, such as Natalie is at this moment in time, she can only use Stripe. So she needs to connect that up to Stripe. So I'll be asking her to do that as well. So temporarily, I'm going to do it as a free plan, just to show you what's going. I can always remove this and just show. So I'm going to click next. and we're going to go join. Let's just join the fertility membership. Okay, so let's pretend it's a subscription, yeah? You can put some more information, but I'm going to leave this and we're just going to click finish. Okay, so this is what we have at the moment. The pages, we haven't touched the pages, we haven't touched drip, automation, you know, the content in here. We've added the content to the bundle. That's the only thing we've done, and we set the pricing and, you know, the bundle details, all of this stuff. Now I've got free enrollment. So at this point, this is when I publish this, people would be able to buy it. So I want to be quite quick with it when I'm doing it, but no one's going to the site, so I'm not too worried. But I can just make the bundle price hidden and no one can get to it. The most important thing is, remember the membership page that we set up. Do you remember we went into here and we set that page up? So when you hit fertility support, it went to another page which gave you information about the page. Well, this page that I've set up could be the sales page for the bundle, but you could also use it as a page, because all we want in here is a button going to enroll now and taking them to the checkout page of the bundle. Okay, and the bundle contains all the course, so it becomes a membership. So let's go to pages and have a look at the checkout pages we have at the moment. So this is the checkout page. This is a general sales page. If anyone hits this sales page, I might want to redirect them straight to the checkout page. We'll decide that later. It doesn't matter at this time. So if we just preview this page as we have it at the moment, this is what we get. So it's a free course. So let me just go and do a couple of things. Let me publish this bundle. So now this bundle is published. So if I copy this URL and we go through to incognito window in Chrome, you're going to see that you can come up and you can buy this now. So you can put your email address and you can enroll for free. Okay, so that's what you can do at this time. Now we haven't styled this yet. Of course we would style it. So what I want to do is I want to put a button on the fertility to go through this to buy this bundle. So we can go back to our site pages and we can go into our pages, and then on our fertility membership page that we've got here, I'm going to click edit and I'm going to add a button in there, and that button is going to go directly to the checkout page of the bundle. Remember, once they check out through that bundle checkout page, they'll have access to all of the courses inside the bundle. And for the well-being area, the same thing will be done. So let's go down here and let's just put a button in here. So let's go to button and let's just put a nice little button in here. Let's change the design. Okay, Natalie can change this however she likes, and we'll just put it into a nice color. Let's just take this, make this border a bit thicker in here. I'll just do it normal width. I'm going to choose something like Poppins in here. Let's make it a bit bolder, and we're going to go to settings and then join our fertility. Now let's go subscribe for the membership here. So something like that. Choose action, go to link. Link I'm going to drop in is going to be, remember, it's going to be the courses, the bundle. Inside the bundle is going to be, we're going to bypass the sales page. We're going to choose this URL. So copy it, Control C, back in here, paste it, click save. All right, so now we've hooked it up. So we've got a normal page of the site, which is what you're seeing now, and we've got a button there which will go straight to the checkout page of the bundle. Remember, the membership bundle contains everything. So we have that set up. So let's just test it. I'm going to go to incognito. So I'm going to copy that part. I'm going to go into incognito. I'm just going to test that it goes through to the right page. So there we have that. We go subscribe for the membership here. Click this and bang, we're now into that area. So that is how we're going to set it up. So we've got a lot more work to do yet. We've got to style all the pages. Now I don't want anyone to sign up for this at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is, before I do anything else and before I leave the site, I'm going to go into the bundle details and I'm going to go make bundle price hidden and I'm going to click update. Now we're going to go back to that incognito window and you're going to see that if I refresh this now, you're not going to have that option to buy it. It says please contact us to enroll in the course. So you can't buy that. You can see the courses that are included in this bundle down here. It shows all of them and it shows the course pricing, but doesn't show anything because it's hidden. So we need to style this page up, but we haven't got that far yet. So this is what we have. So because also, like, this is another point I want to bring to you, is because I have turned that checkout page off, it reverts straight back to the sales page. So the sales page is inside the pages inside the bundle. This is the sales page. If we look at it, you're going to see the same thing going on here. So this is why I said you might not want to use a page. You might want to use the sales page as the page. And when I mean the page in the site that we're using currently, which is this page here. So I think instead of using this page, I'll unpublish it and I'll put this information into the bundle sales page. That way we can use that, so it'll go back to it if you can't get into it or you haven't got that. But I'm not sure about that yet. I might change my mind in the next Zen pop-up. But now what we've done in this Zen pop-up is we've done a few things. We've turned off the public registration so people can't just register on the site. They just, if they do register via the registration page, they just become a lead, which means that they're not seeing logged in content only. Also, we've gone to our courses. We've published all of our courses. None of the courses have got prices in, so none of them are buyable, and we've made it secret as well. And we've set up the bundle for the fertility membership. So now I can say to Natalie, go to support and get them to bring in the well-being courses, so I can work on that as well. So I'm going to work on one of them. I'm hoping Natalie will mirror what I'm doing for the well-being and the second area that she has on her site. So finished another Zen pop-up. So we're moving forwards with this. I know Natalie's still got all that content to put in there, images, make it look good, but at least we can start setting up the basis because we've got courses in there, so we can set all this stuff up in advance of her actually finishing those jobs off that she has to do. Okay, so I'll see you on the next Zen pop-up, and yep. Enjoy. If you're following along with this, I hope it's all going well for you. Just make sure you're putting down in the comments. There is also a YouTube playlist that we've got that's associated with all of the Zen pop-ups we've done for Natalie's site, which we've taken right from the beginning and right the way through. So if you've got any comments, you know you're stuck somewhere, these things, maybe we're not up to that part yet, but if we've already covered it and you're still stuck, make sure you're writing a comment so that we can answer your questions. Okay, bye for now.